Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing my new stroller. Right here I have the Joovy Qool, and I am very excited to be opening this up. Before I get into the actual unboxing and an assembly of this, I just wanted to touch base really quickly and let you guys know kind of how I came to the decision of getting this. So over the last few weeks, I've decided that I really wanted to have a stroller option that I could use for both of my daughters who are almost 5 and almost 2, but also for daycare and any other kids that I might be with that day, and just basically to have something that was a little bit easier to push. A lot of you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Urbini Reversey stroller. I'll link the review that I did for that down below. I still love that stroller and it's pretty much our daily stroller, but obviously that's only a single seater. So if my older daughter ever wants to ride or if she gets too tired, a lot of times I'll end up putting her in that stroller and then I'll carry my almost two-year-old. And that just gets to be a little bit too much. Plus that stroller is not designed for any kind of off-roading or anything. And especially now that we've moved into this house, I do a lot more walking because we're in a small town and there's a grocery store about a half mile away. So we're doing a lot of walking, and even though it's getting cold, I wanted to have a stroller that was easier to push, potentially in snow and more rugged terrain. I also have a sit and stand stroller, but it's not the greatest push, although I still use it occasionally. I just wanted something that was a little bit nicer. So here we have the Joovy Qool. And if you're familiar with the stroller, it can be a single stroller. You can add a second seat and adapters to make it a double stroller, as well as a bench type seat to make it a triple stroller. Before I decided on the Joovy Qool, I had also considered the Evenflow Pivot Expand system, as well as the Baby Jogger Select, which many people are familiar with. Of course, the Up Vista is super popular, but this is kind of the one I decided on ultimately because I liked the way it looked the best. It offered the best price and customization in my opinion. I love the fact that the wheels on this one are all rubber and they're not the foam or the plastic. And ultimately, I found this as an open box on eBay for just over $200. If you're familiar with this stroller, you know it retails for $499. You can use a 20% off coupon at Bye Bye Baby, Bed Bath & Beyond. But you can also find it on sale at Target, and Amazon a lot of times has open box options for less than $300. So I thought that was a decent price and something that I'm really excited to try out. So now that we have that all out of the way, let's get on to opening this up and assembling it. Massive wheels, one of the things that I was really excited about. So if I'm doing this correctly, I'm not reading any directions or anything, I'm just kind of winging it because I've watched a few of these stroller videos. These should just pop in. Yep. So here are the seat adapters. You can see that the stroller frame already has 2 different spots on the main part here for the adapters to go. I think I'll just go ahead and put them in the middle for now. And then down here, these must be the spots where you can put the lower adapters. I did buy those too. Those are coming in the mail, so I will include those when I get them. Let's see. All right. I'll put the seat on facing forward. That looks good. Put the bump bar on. Oh, there's like little buttons, I see. It releases. So you have these little like caps that you can put back on. I love that this actually swivels. I don't know if you can see there, but it actually is made to swivel 360 degrees. And then the Canopy has a zipper in the back. So I'm gonna put that towards the back of the seat. All right, now that it is all put together, my first impression is that it's beautiful. I am not disappointed at all. In fact, I'm really having a hard time figuring out why it was even like discounted so much because it was an open box, because I'm seeing virtually no blemishes on it at all. And I was excited that it was an open box because then I don't have to worry when I inevitably put scratches or whatever on it. So the Canopy is actually a big part of the reason why I chose the Joovy Qool. I realize that that's a really stupid maybe reason to pick, but I really liked the sleekness of it. It's one of the reasons that I did not love the way the Baby Jogger City Select looked. I just felt like that looked a little bit like frumpy. I don't know, I just feel like this is just so clean. And then it has the zipper on this side, so you can undo it and open it up even farther. And then the back, you can kind of lift that panel up to reveal like a mesh peekaboo, so you can kind of like see through. So I really, really like the way that that looked. I just feel like it looks so sleek, and I really, really like it. The brake is right here. That feels super sturdy, like the stroller is not gonna go anywhere. It's somewhat difficult to do with like a bare foot. I have socks on right now. I definitely could do that with flip-flops on, but it's maybe not quite as easy to do as my, like, you know, Urbini umbrella stroller, but I think that that would be good because I feel like it'll be more difficult to click it on accident if my daughter is sitting there. One thing that I was sort of nervous about that I'm really excited to see, some of the negative reviews were people saying that they had a hard time if they were trying to get this up over a curb to get it up, to be able to have something to kind of like use as an anchor for their foot to get some leverage. And people were saying that there was no way to do that with this stroller, but I totally disagree. I mean, the basket is around it, so you have to put your foot on the fabric, which you might not like to do. But if you can tell here, the frame comes all the way around, and this is exactly what your toddler is going to be sitting on. So I definitely think you'd have no problem putting your foot on this and popping it up over the curb, because I'll have to do that sometimes too. So I think that that's pretty awesome and something that, again, I was nervous about, but I'm really happy to see. Love the fact that the handle has the telescope. I think my husband will really appreciate that, especially when the bench seat comes in. There's a bench seat that clicks into those plastic pieces there at the bottom. When that comes in, I feel like it'll be nice to be able to pull the handle back so that my older daughter can sit without feeling like we're gonna be kicking her the whole time. It's definitely not a small stroller, so if you're looking for a really small stroller, this might not be the one for you. But I really wanted like a nice full-size stroller that I could push both my daughters on and plenty of stuff. The basket holds 25 pounds. That's one of the things I'm excited about. I also got the tote bag. That's supposed to come in the mail in a couple of days. So I'll include that in this video as well. When that comes in, I'll show you guys what that looks like. I have no intention, at least for now, buying a second seat. These seats are sold separately, so you can buy another one of these seats to put on the bottom or on the top. I just don't know that we'll be using it, because if and when we do have a third, most likely it'll be in the car seat anyways. And then by the time they would need to sit in this seat, my youngest now would probably sit in the bench seat. So if you're interested in seeing the configuration with both seats, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have that, at least not in this video, but I will be able to show you guys what it looks like with the tote and with the bench seat here in the next clip. All right guys, so we're here for the second part of the video. I filmed the first part that you just watched on Thursday, and today is Tuesday. I now have some of the other accessories that I ordered, and you'll see I made a couple other additions to the stroller, and I'll go over those as well. Plus I've had a chance now to try the stroller out a couple of times, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I love it. I really, really think this is an amazing stroller. Its only real drawback for me so far is just that it is quite large, but I was fully aware of that going into it. It's definitely not like a compact stroller, which is what I'm used to, just because our everyday stroller is like an umbrella stroller. But the fact that both of my daughters love riding in this and that it's super comfortable to push, it just makes the whole experience of using it really, really pleasant. So I love it so far, and I'll just kind of go over some of the things that we've done. This came in the mail yesterday. This is a little bench seat. Came in a box like this. And in case you guys are wondering, I bought all of this myself. I bought the stroller, like I said, on eBay, open box. And then everything else I bought from Bed Bath & Beyond with my 20% off coupons. And my 4-year-old has been riding on this. So basically it just snaps on like this. I was really excited to order this just because it didn't require any additional adapters or anything. The stroller has the hardware, I guess, the plastic pieces that you need in order to snap this on built in already. So that goes on like that. You can pull the back of the bench seat up in order to fold it down. And you can fold the kickstand all the way up as well. And then if that locks into place, then you just push the buttons to bring it back down. One of the great things about adding the bench seat is that it does create the standing option for the stroller when it's folded, so it'll stand on its own and it won't fall over. So that is really nice. Also quickly, I'll just mention, I did make some like vinyl covers for the handlebar and for the belly bar. This was something that I knew I really wanted, and part of the reason why I wanted the Up a Baby Vista. I know that's a really silly reason to want a stroller, but I just love the way that like leather accent looks. This stroller does come with like a leatherette, faux leather black on the handle, but I really wanted like the brown tone. So this is just, like I said, a faux leather vinyl that I picked up at Joanns Fabrics, and then made some covers for the handlebars and for the belly bar. Another thing that I'm excited about that I added here, I added this phone mount. So this I got off of Amazon. I think it was like $12. and it has a little loop like that. You just open it up and then it just clamps on with pressure. I guess a lot of people use these for like shopping carts and stuff, but I'm excited about being able to put my phone there and not worrying about dropping it. And then today I got my front adapters in the mail, as well as the tote bag. This I know got a lot of really great reviews, so I'm excited to try this out because, like I said, I like to do a lot of walking to our local grocery store, and I think this will be a really, really great addition. Although I think that I'll be able to fit pretty much anything I would need to in that basket. Just to have the option of the removable tote bag, I think is gonna be great. I think this is going to be used a lot. So one of the configurations that I really wanted to be able to do was to have the main seat parent facing, but in order to do that, it eliminates the option for the bench seat to be used. I think I'm gonna try putting the seat where the tote is and the tote where the seat is. Yes, I think this is going to be the most likely setup for when we go on walks. Again, not a small stroller. I definitely feel like I'm pushing a boat a little bit, but the fact that I can have everything I want is awesome. And then when my daughters are available, I will have them sit in the seat so you guys can see what that looks like. All right guys, so I am back now and I have both of my daughters. Rhea is in the main seat. She's 20 months old and about 27 pounds, I believe. Melody is 4, she'll be 5 soon. She's 42 inches tall and she is 35 pounds, I believe. So as you can see, she fits really well in this booster seat and Rhea fits really well in this seat. And now I will show you guys what they look like swapped. Okay, now look at the camera and say cheese. Cheese. All right. So Rhea is not quite as cooperative. She's far more interested in being in the bag. But as you can see, Melody fits pretty well in that seat. Her head definitely does kind of go beyond. You wouldn't be able to have the canopy conveniently closed, if that makes sense. Also, just a quick side note, adapters came with the tote bag. Somebody had told me that they came with their tote bag, and I actually asked Joovy customer service if the adapters were included with the tote bag, and they said they were not. So I was very surprised to see that the regular adapters came with, so I can put these on the top position and then I won't have to switch the adapters around. All right, Rhea, can you sit down? Yeah. Can you sit down? Yeah. Thank you. All right, so now Rhea is in the upper position and Melody is on the bench seat. This would absolutely work. It's definitely probably not the most comfortable for Melody, just because she can't all the way lean back, so she's always slightly leaning forward. So let's see what it looks like with the main seat in the middle position. All right, so now that you can see with the main seat in the middle position, that's by far the most comfortable for the booster seat rider, just because that way Melody has full access to sit upright, and I think any height of kid meeting the weight limit of the booster seat, I think would be able to be comfortable there. All right, now that I have the stroller, I think pretty much how I will have it most of the time when it needs to be folded. And in order to fold it, you have to pull up on the levers on either side of the handlebar using like your index finger and your hand with your thumb. And the right side of the handlebar has a little button over here that I'm showing here with my thumb. So you push that button in, you pull both levers up, and then it does say that the stroller should be in the lock position as well. And then you kind of just bend with the stroller all the way down. And then on the left side of the handlebar, there's a little safety latch that connects when you drop the handlebar down. And then you can see the stroller can either sit like this, or if you have the booster seat attached, it will stand up on its own. Without the booster seat, it does not stand up. There's no other like support piece. And then to unfold it, it's basically the same process but backwards. Although I found that I actually don't need to do anything with those levers. All you have to do is undo the safety latch or the locking latch with your thumb. You just kind of push it away from the stroller and then you lift up here. And you can either put your foot down on something to anchor it, or you can kind of like lift it up to let it pop out. And then that's what it looks like when it's unfolded. So I'll probably be doing like another full review of the stroller just because I haven't had a really long time to test it out. But I will plan on doing that. Let me know if you guys have any questions though. If I didn't cover something here in this video, leave a question down below and I will answer it. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.